Hey yo, this is Dash. Get ready.
All right, so while the chicken is cooking, figure I'll bring you up to speed and show you or tell you how I got here. We'll tell and show you how I got here. So first things first, I got my chicken opened up and cleaned. Then I went ahead and separated the drums from the flats. And if you don't know, really simply, just use a knife, cut between that joint between the flat and the drum. Then I got my cooktop started. I got it set to 340 degrees and I set my pot out here with some oil to get warmed up while I did the cleaning and the separating of the chicken pieces. Then I used some gator shake. To get everything seasoned. And yeah, you need to hit up Uncle Steve and get yourself some of this gator shake. So tonight we're gonna be having basically like a lemon pepper wing, and that's what the gator shake really imparts, a citrus and pepper flavor. So I'm looking forward to it. I haven't had or haven't made lemon pepper or gator shake wings in a while. But all I'm gonna do is wait for the chicken to finish frying. You can kind of tell when it's done when it starts to float. All right, so as you can see, the chicken is floating. I have like a strainer, and I'm just gonna kind of dig in here and move these wings around. And then also strain any bits of the seasoning off the top of the oil, because this is what'll burn in your oil. So let's create a space. So I can put that down. And at this point, I'm just gonna watch these wings. And when they start to float, they're ready to come out. They're starting to float. Uh-oh. So I'm gonna just pull this out of the oil pretty quickly and test the temperature. So that wing is at 190 degrees. I'm gonna let them go a little further. We like our wings cooked a little harder. So I'm gonna let them cook for a moment or so longer. Now you might be asking about this, oh, can't see it. This sheet pan, this is a quarter sheet pan, and I have a wire rack on it. I found that draining your chicken on a wire rack, or draining whatever you're frying on a wire rack, is actually a little better than paper towels. The paper towel sucks in the oil, and it sits, your chicken or whatever you're frying sits in that oil, and it's not as good as if you were to use a wire rack where the oil can drip from the chicken. You'll get a crispier result. Once this is done, I'll bring you back when I'm getting it out of the oil. So most importantly, get your oil cleaned out. It'll help make sure your oil stays fresher longer. All of that seasoning in there, it'll just burn. All right, so now that I got more chicken into the pot here, I'm gonna go ahead and take this in the house to let my wife and daughter start to eat, and I'll be back in a moment. One of these wings had my name on it. Oh. Woo. That gator shake gave me exactly what I was looking for. Like I said, I was looking for a lemon pepper wing. Oh yeah, we ready. All right, let's get these in the house for the. So it's important not to put too much chicken in your oil at the same time, because overcrowding will cool your grease off, your oil off. So my oil was up over 300 degrees, and when I added these pieces of chicken in, it dropped it down. So it's recovering and it's about the 280 degree mark. So by the time the oil comes up all the way back up to temperature, we should be rolling. Because it did drop the temperature so much, I didn't turn up the heat on the induction plate to 400 in between that first batch and the second batch. While we wait,
We need to hydrate. I do. While we wait, we hydrate.
we hydrate. So how you guys doing? Leave me a comment down below. Tell me when the last time you fried something and what it was that you fried. Yeah, please and thank you. I'd love to hear about it. All right, so as you can see, the chicken is floating. And we're going to get these out of here. Try to shake off the oil. Then get the next batch in. Actually, I'll check the temperature first. See how my temperature is at 3¼ just about. I'll check the temperature again once I get the chicken in there. All right, so let's see. Temperature dropped to 271 degrees. All right, so we'll just kind of let this hang out. Make sure that nothing is stuck to each other and there's no crowding. I'll be back in a few minutes. So an advantage of standing outside and cooking. Hot out the grease. Fantastic. Make sure all the chicken is down in the grease. All right, I'm gonna take these inside before I stand here and eat them all. I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Wings floating. Time to pull them out. Get the oil cleaned out real quick. Get all of that out of there. All right, looking pretty good. Check the oil temp. Going back to about 3 1/4. Yeah, there we go. Let's add another 6 pieces. All right. So what do you guys think? Yay, nay? And again, flats or drums? You already know routine. So while I'm standing here waiting for this last batch, this batch of chicken, it's not the last. I've had a few people walk past my house and tell me how good this smells as they're walking by. It makes me feel really good. So if they're telling me it smells really good, I wish you could smell this. And if you haven't already, like I said, reach out to Uncle Steve, get yourself, well, hold on, let's see if I can put it right there. Reach out to Uncle Steve, get yourself some of this gator shake and some of the other shakes that he has available. You can place your order, tell him Dash sent you. He'll hook you up. He'll send you something a little extra, hopefully. All right, more floating wings. Means they're done. I want you guys to see that. Check out that color. Woo! They look kind of soft now, but as they sit out of the grease for a few moments, I'll say they get a little crispier. All right, so let's get the last of the flats in. All right, see you guys when they're floating. Well, that's new. I went in the house real quick to take the empty beer cans and start cleaning up, and I came back out and everything was off. It was off, and it said that maybe it got too hot. So darn. But my grease has dropped significantly in temperature. It is down to, still waiting, we're at 230 degrees. So goodness gracious. Anyway, I'll wait for this to come back up to temperature, and I'll bring you guys back once it's done. And we're back. So after that snafu where the induction plate overheated, never had that happen before, but the wings are done. The last of the wings are done, and they look fantastic. Ooh. There we go. Bring that in for a close up. Yes. And then turn this off. All right. So this is supposed to be a quick and easy meal. That was anything but. So I'm gonna say some lessons learned, but some of the things I've learned about or in using that induction cooktop, it doesn't retain the heat in the oil as I would have liked it to. If I were cooking on the stove, or if I was cooking on my wife's propane grill with that burner, the heat would have stayed in the oil. But every time I added new chicken or more chicken to that oil, it sucked the heat right out of it. So this took way longer than expected, but I also don't have to clean up a mess inside the house. I don't know if that was worth the trade-off, but I do know that the chicken turned out fantastically. It just took longer than I would have liked it to. And I can always keep the induction plate in my back pocket if I don't want to make a mess in the house or have the cooked chicken smell in the house or anything like that. So there's something for you guys. I know it's not me cooking on a Traeger or on the Lone Star Grills or the Vicky the Vertical Smoker. But every now and again, I need to make dinner for my family. So there you go. Chicken wings. Winner, winner. chicken dinner. Hey, thank you guys so very much as always for watching. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. I'd greatly appreciate it. Please feel free to leave me a comment down below if you like what you saw today, or if you learned something, and let me know what it was you liked or you learned. Anyway, thank you guys so very much as always for watching. Cue taste test number 3.
More butter, baby.